All right, they say that good things come to those who wait. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer because this ain't it. All right, here's Trtan back time. June 8th, 1789, the Bill of Rights is proposed to the U.S. Congress by James Madison. Bill of Rights comprises the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution. It provides guarantees of personal freedoms and rights, clear limitation on the government's power in judicial and other proceedings, and explicit declarations that all powers not specifically granted to the federal government by the Constitution are reserved to the state or the people. Happy birthday to Jerry Stiller. Yes, Gerald Isaac Stiller. Born June 8, 1927, you know him, actor. Half of the comedy team of Stiller and Mira, with his wife Ann Mira. He was on Seinfeld from 93 to 98. He was Frank Costanza. And on The King of Queens from 98 to 2007. Arthur, very funny man. Very interesting movie on he and Ann Mira's life together.
And didn't Ben and his sister produce it?
They did.
That's one I need to watch. I would be very interested.
June 9, 1943, income tax withholding law is signed by the United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, requiring employers to collect taxes from their employees as they are paid. So today is the anniversary of that.
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday to Les Paul, Lester William Pulsfuss. All right, born June 19, 1915. American guitarist, he invented the solid body electric guitar in 1941, the first 8-track recording device, sound-on-sound recording, and the solid body neck-worn harmonica holder, which allows hands-free playing of the harmonica music, right? His songs, Tiger Rag, Vaya con Dios, which went to #1. June 10, 1752, reportedly on this day, flying his kite, Benjamin Franklin proves that lightning is a form of electricity. According to Franklin's description of the experiment, a silk kite with string that led to a key was to be flown during the early stages of a storm. The kite had a separate silk string that it was attached to the kite string near the key. The kite flyer was to stand under a shelter so that he and the silk string stayed dry, protecting them from the electric charge. It is unlikely the kite was struck by lightning, as this probably would have seriously injured Franklin at the least, but it simply gathered electricity from the storm as Franklin predicted it would. This and his lightning rod experiments helped prove that lightning was a form of electricity. Happy birthday to Hattie McDaniel, born June 10, 1895. American Oscar-winning actress. She was the first black woman to sing on U.S. radio and was the first black actress to win an Oscar in 1940 for a supporting role as Mammy in Gone with the Wind. At the Academy Awards ceremony, she was racially segregated from her co-stars and had to sit at a separate table at the back of the room. She was the first black American to star in her own radio show in 1947, Beulah, and went on to reprise the role on television. June 11, 1805, a fire that started in the morning burned Detroit to the ground by afternoon. Did you ever know about that one? Everybody knows about the Chicago fire.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
All that remained were a few brick chimneys. The fire is believed to have started when a local baker failed to extinguish the ashes from his pipe when he knocked the tobacco out. The residents tried to save the city by engaging in a bucket brigade, you've heard that, in which a line of people formed between the river and the burning buildings, passing buckets of water to be thrown on the fire, but it was to no avail. Amazingly, no one died in the fire.
That baker, his life was spared.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Jacques Cousteau, Jacques-Yves Cousteau. Born June 11, 1910, French marine explorer. His 1953 book, The Silent World, predicted the echolocation abilities of porpoises and contained the first printed use of the word aqualung, which he helped develop. June 12, 1981, Raiders of the Lost Ark is released. It was the first in the Indiana Jones series, directed by Steven Spielberg, written by Lawrence Kasdan, based on a story by George Lucas and Philip Kaufman. That's a big lineup. It was filmed on a budget of $20 million, had a box office of $389.9 million. It spawned several sequels. Tom Selleck was wanted for the role of Indiana Jones, but he was prevented due to his obligation to the TV series Magnum P.I.
Can you imagine him as Indiana?
Yeah, it would be different.
It'd be different.
But I could imagine. Happy birthday to John Augustus Roebling, born June 12, 1806. German-born American civil engineer. He was the designer of the Brooklyn Bridge. His use of wire rope enabled him to build suspension bridges thought impossible by other engineers. He died of tetanus from injuries received while inspecting the Brooklyn Bridge. So he was inspecting it, probably cut his hand on something or his foot and died.
That's why we get tetanus shots.
Okay. And finally this.
Oh gosh, here we go.
All right, what do you get when you divide the circumference of a jack-o'-lantern, all right, by its diameter?
A seed.
Pumpkin pie.
That was good. That was good.
You like that one?
Pumpkin pie.
Okay, pumpkin pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to hop back to Jerry Stiller and Mira, was it?
Stiller and Mira.
And Mira. So she was just as famous in her own right, was she?
Yes, she was a singer, I believe, and I think that's what it was. But yeah, she had a marvelous voice. She was an actress, a singer, but actress definitely. And she kind of stepped back a little bit, but she had the chops for doing comedy. She really had that, and they played off of each other very well. Jerry tended to be more, not completely, but more toward the straight man, and she was kind of a lunatic at times. But yeah, that's where it came from.
Okay, and I'm sure the documentary that Ben Stiller and his sister made dives into their childhood, how they were as a couple.
It dives into all of it. They lay it all out there, and it really is very good.
All right. Well, Tom, thank you. Now that our noggins have been noodled, let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Dolly Parton's Threads, My Songs in Symphony. Don't go anywhere.